I'm Judy Morley, and I help people have more confidence and courage so that they can be better leaders and be more successful in their life. My favorite thing is to think and talk about human potential. Leadership comes from having the mindset of believing in yourself, knowing you can do it, and then bringing everybody along with you. I love being in the leadership field here in Gettysburg because the examples are just so colorful and so vivid. And even though they're 159, 160 years in the past, they just give people such an outstanding idea of leadership. So this is the monument for the 20th Maine here on Little Round Top in Gettysburg. And this is one of my favorite stories of the entire battle. This unit was commanded by a man named Colonel Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain. Chamberlain had only been in command 3 days. He woke up the morning of July 2nd with a fever. They marched 30 miles to get into the fight. The minute they were in the fight, they were attacked by the Confederates coming up the hill. They were attacked 5 times, and then they ran out of bullets. At this moment, Chamberlain is not a professional soldier. He was a professor of rhetoric and said, okay, I can't retreat, and if I stay, I can't shoot. What can I do? He gets very present and has this flash of insight. He orders his men to fix bayonets. And then he swung his entire unit down the hill and basically swept the Confederates right off the top of Little Round Top. And it worked. The lesson that Colonel Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain teaches us is that if you just listen to your gut, you will be able to take the actions necessary in the moment. No matter how stressful the situation, no matter how dire the consequences seem, you already know what to do. So the Battle of Gettysburg is seen as this traditionally male episode, it's all men on the battlefield. But women played a huge role in the battle. They stepped into these leadership roles because their community needed it, they saw what needed to be done, and they did it. I'm standing in the Evergreen Cemetery, which is the civilian cemetery in Gettysburg. It was here at the time of the Battle of Gettysburg, and its caretaker was a young woman named Elizabeth Thorne. Not only did Elizabeth Thorne show the generals the lay of the land and give them the linchpin to the Union strategy, but then after the battle, she cared for the sick soldiers, and she still took care of the cemetery and buried the 91 dead who were killed here on this land. All that while 6 months pregnant and taking care of 3 small children. We don't need to be afraid of conflict. We need to learn how to manage it for sure, and we need to learn how to deal with it. But also, great leaders understand that it's the necessary step to bring about the result you want. So a lot of my clients wonder, how do you get through conflict? How do you do that? Most people have been so conditioned to be afraid of conflict that we shut down and we get small. Where really the best way to get through conflict is to broaden our vision. When we think bigger, we can see the conflict as the one logical stepping stone toward the outcome we want. Throughout my life, I've had a number of setbacks. I've overcome a lot of adversity. I'm a cancer survivor, I've had a divorce, I've had failed businesses, and I realize that every time one of those things happens, I fall back on those same leadership skills. And they help me move to a higher level the next time. I have the setback, but I come right back and I do better the next time. And I think that's what everyone should do. I think the definition of leadership is someone who's in touch with their humanity. The thing that gets me up in the morning, the thing that gets me going, is to figure out how I can inspire someone to learn more about themselves, live a happier life, and make a difference in the world. If I can do that for one person, that would make my day.